What is up, y'all? We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about some of the early reviews for Terrifier 3. But before we get into it, definitely smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. So to get into this, we're going to start off with just some of the light sides of the reactions and everything with Terrifier 3. But we did hear some spoilery type of, confirmations with Terrifier 3. But we're going to wait to the end of the video to talk about those, and I will give you guys a warning. Get into everything. We're hearing a lot of crazy things and great news. We're hearing that Terrifier 3 still continues the gore, but not only it continues the gore, but it definitely just triples in blood and just gore and guts. They go that far mile with everything when it comes to, Terrifier 3. So we hear that in Terrifier 3, it does not let up. It does not let up to the very end. Like, it's just a train just pushing when it comes to Terrifier 3. We're hearing that a lot of the kills are very brutal and gory. I mean, this is things that we already knew that was going to happen because Damien already talked about him just trying to top that alley kill, which we're hearing, and this comes from Cody Leach basically saying that the kills have their own moment at times. It feels like it has its own moment through the film. Like, every kill gets like a praised moment, and just like it's just big. And to me, just hearing that, it has me excited. It definitely has me excited, especially with 3C Films also saying in his review that basically these kills are on the same level as the alley kill, so the bedroom kill. I still don't understand that. That is just mind-boggling to me that they're really going that far and just completing these kills on those levels of, the bedroom kill, the hacksaw kill. But we're hearing we have multiple of those type of kills, but also the shower scene, as we, speculated that it is definitely brutal. It gets very brutal. We heard things about, people bringing up true crime aspects and really being obsessed and everything with the true crime aspect of serial killers and things like that, which I think is a very cool thing to bring to a movie like Terrifier, because you don't want it just to all be blood, gore, and guts. So I definitely think that was needed. This is things we're just hearing with the early reactions. And we also find out that we got Terrifier 4 confirmed from a panel with Damien himself confirming, yes, we are getting a Terrifier 4.
There will be a Terrifier 4.
Which we already kind of knew that, but this is definitely very cool to hear. It has me excited and pumped. And what's so interesting about them confirming Terrifier 4, we know Arthur Clown, he can't die. We saw multiple ways where it kind of shows us he's definitely supernatural. So Terrifier 4, I definitely think it could potentially be the final, and the third one could be the Empire Strikes Back of the franchise, but I think the fourth one might be the final one. And it kind of just has me very interested in seeing an ending for Terrifier 3. The fact that he's already bringing up Terrifier 4, which I'm so excited for. I never get tired of Arthur Clown, but it definitely makes me, kind of wonder which twist and turn they're going to take. They already did Christmas. What's going to be next? Valentine's Day, Easter. We know that this is definitely a religious horror type of film. We got religious turns and twists in Terrifier, so it definitely has me thinking what twists and turns we can see in Terrifier 4, and how would they top things in Terrifier 3 with Terrifier 4, and just what other ideas does Damien has. It just has me so excited because I feel like every movie we get with Terrifier, it gets better and better and better. It just has me wondering about that final act in Terrifier 3, because it can go left or right, because Arthur Clown, he can't die. Who knows? Maybe in Terrifier 3 they let, Arthur Clown just kind of walk off and he's just MIA for a while, and we just kind of kick back up with Terrifier 4. My mind is everywhere right now. But to get into it a little bit more, we hear that Sienna actually does an amazing job in this. I'm hearing that final battle was very insane with, Terrifier 3 and just Arthur Clown and Sienna. I'm hearing that he definitely takes Sienna through a lot. But she matches his energy, which I think is very cool, because I get that, Laurie Strode vibe from her, Sidney Prescott. So just her climbing up that ladder against Arthur Clown definitely has me pumped to see a final battle with Sienna. And I think, pushing forward with everything, I definitely think when you kind of sit back and look at Terrifier 3, the things that we're talking about, we're hearing these reviews, we kind of already knew. It's just almost with them being confirmed. Now, pushing forward, we still hear that, Arthur Clown, he's still getting these iconic moments. We have these moments where you feel that nothing can ever just get any better than what he does, especially in Terrifier 2, the Clown Cafe scene, from the pizzeria scene in the original Terrifier, just all these iconic scenes that we remember. they're saying in Terrifier 3, just when you think it couldn't get any better, they take it there with Arthur Clown. He's still a comedian, but also a serial killer. He has a lot of these moments that brings the film to life. We hear things about, you know, the Christmas season being very much highlighted in this movie, to the point, and with the kills, they get very creative, if you know what I mean. I mean, we already know that it's a Christmas movie with Arthur Clown, and you know it's Gore being involved, and they're saying that some of the kills that Arthur Clown completes is out of this world. It's very brutal. People are saying it's going to be another puke fest. That's how bad some of the kills get. It's buckets on buckets of blood in this film, they're saying, and it just has me so excited. I know, you know, Terrifier is not for everybody, but for me, this just has me hyped, just knowing that Damon and them are taking those risks and sticking to, you know, just the blueprint of their franchise being Terrifier. And I think it's very cool. We just hear a lot about Sienna also just growing into being that final girl and being in the final girl's shoes and things like that, and just kind of elevating. They say, you know, through this film, which we already talked about in previous videos, she definitely is suffering from like trauma. She's definitely going through a lot of things from her past that happened 5 years ago with Arthur Clown, and trying to recover and things like that. So that definitely is nice to hear that they're focusing on Sienna a little bit and just kind of talking about her trauma and just making us really be attached to her just from when things hit the fan later in Terrifier 3. And we also hear with the ending that it is, you know, a very interesting ending when it comes to Terrifier 3. I've heard in multiple, you know, reviews out there from X, you know, YouTube saying that it still is a little long, but the ending is so good. I heard with Terrifier 3 with the ending that you don't even notice the extension of it being a little longer, you know, when it comes to a horror movie. They say it's just that good of an ending with Terrifier 3. So that has me, you know, very excited, because I know a lot of people complained about that in Terrifier 2 with the length of the film and the final act, but they're saying that the final act is definitely long in Terrifier 3, but it's just, you know, when you kind of watch it, you don't notice it because it's so entertaining and it's a great ending. It makes me happy that they're saying that the ending very climatic and everything, and it's just a great ending with Terrifier 3. I'm hearing nothing but great reviews. I do hear people having their little nitpicks where it's just being just over the top gore, just gore, and the story is not front line really how people want it to be, and they're saying that they just, you know, really, and like 3C Film said that he enjoys sometimes Arthur Clown more than the story, you know, and just the characters in general. He enjoys the characters more than the story, and that I definitely, you know, hear a lot of people say that they feel like that, you know, Terrifier doesn't have a story to it. It's just, you know, gore and just kills, you know, just kill hopping. He's killing people, boom, boom, and boom. But we do hear that it definitely has that Terrifier 1 feel also, that rough house, going back to the roots type of feel where he just walking and just offing people, no, you know, just back and forth. He's just taking people out. So I think that's very cool that they're going back to the first Terrifier, you know, just that feel and everything. I think that that's where it all started, and Damien even talks about that at Fantastic Fest with a panel, and that was his, you know, basically his goal to go back to the first one, you know, and not really let Terrifier 2 pull away from what Terrifier really is, and that was like his Dream Warriors type of film, Terrifier 2. So I feel that I'm happy that he decided to go back to the first one, and it's seeming to be that it was a great idea for him to do that, and a lot of people are digging that, you know, Terrifier 1 is being involved and blended in Terrifier 3, which has me very excited and pumped to see how they do this and kind of mix it up after, you know, following with Terrifier 2. To push forward, we hear about Victoria actually at times stealing thunder from Arthur Clown, which is very crazy. We hear that she actually is very prominent in this movie, which we kind of see in a trailer that she's like the new Pale Girl. She's like, you know, the one that's actually involved a little more, and obviously his like partner when it comes to these scenes. And I think that's very cool to have her a little bit more prominent, because, you know, she was a big act in the first one. You know, she highlighted in Terrifier 3 next to Arthur Clown, I think is a great decision. And I think Victoria, I think that's very cool, like that they're deciding to do that and have Art, you know, have her be a part of his world and things like that. We also hear about, you know, them saying that with this, they kind of focus a little bit on the demon side of Arthur Clown, which I kind of figured that in a trailer, that they're trying to focus a little bit more on the demon side of Arthur Clown, but he's still the same art. It's just a different type of turn with Arthur Clown in this, and we kind of see that through the trailer with them showing that demon be chained up and like he's hitting something or welding something. So they kind of, you know, you kind of figure, and we know that demons are definitely involved when it comes to Art the Clown. So that has me definitely kind of interested in seeing what they're going to do with this. See how they're going to take these twists and turns with the character Art the Clown, but still keep him very grounded to the previous 2 films. Now, to get into their reviews over on X, this comes from 3C Films. He says, Terrifier 3 does not hold back. A gruesome and festive ride. Everything Art the Clown fans want from another entry is here. Moody, dark, ecstatic, several batshit kills, impressive practical effects, and Lauren Rivera being a badass. I had fun with it, and I have my nitpicks too. Also coming from Cody Leach, saying Terrifier 3 is everything you want if you are a fan of the franchise. It nicely blends the tone of the previous 2 while pushing the lore and characters forward in interesting ways. And it's brutal as fuck. It looks at every boundary and crosses it with a twisted smile. Noah saying Terrifier 3 goes there, then goes 54 steps further. An absolute splatterfest of insane proportions. Shower scene that will go down in history. Lauren Rivera is such a great lead. Lots of twisted and neat toe dips into the lore. Getting very Hellraiser up in here. Damn. Definitely. So we're hearing from Noah that they have some Hellraiser being involved in this, which I can see that after seeing that demon be brought up in that trailer. So that kind of has that Cenobite look to it. So saying, you know, Hellraiser, I think definitely fits, Noah. So that definitely has me excited. And I'm hearing just so much about Sienna's energy and Art the Clown, like going back and forth as a final girl and a horror villain. So that definitely has me pumped. But something Cody Leach said had me very, you know, just kind of intrigued and invested on this topic. He brings up the fact that he thinks that Terrifier 3 would definitely pull people away and not want them to, you know, watch it anymore. Now, I don't want to switch up his words, but maybe he said it differently, but he's basically saying this one is so gory and over the top, this might pull fans away. And I understand some people, you know, probably would do that because Art the Clown is only going to get gorier, but you have to know what you're getting into when you're watching a Terrifier movie, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I know when I'm going to a Terrifier movie, get ready for bones, blood, and gore. It's going to get messy, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it all depends on the watcher, in my opinion, but I definitely heard a lot about some crazy other stuff that we're about to get into that I'm going to bring up and give y'all a spoiler warning with. But yes, overall, I can see that if it's going to be that gory from what I'm hearing, just a blood fest and just a gore fest. But yeah, you know, and 3C Films touching on how he feels like, you know, the story kind of lacked a little bit, but he did enjoy it. And, you know, he thinks that some people won't enjoy it just off the fact it is a gore fest and it doesn't have too much story to it and things like that, which I hear that a lot with Terrifier. You know, people just feel like they want a story with him. He's not like Michael and things like that. Art the Clown is a very fun character. He's something new, and he's definitely climbing that ladder to be next to Michael and Jason and Freddy, if not already up there. You know what I'm saying? So, to get into this very interesting, spoilery type of reaction that we've heard, look, this is about to get crazy. So definitely, if you don't want to hear anything, no hints or nothing, you just want to go in with a blank mind, I think you should head out. But yes, countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should not be here if you don't want to hear anything that's confirmed. So we heard with these reviews that controversial scene with the kid is confirmed. We heard that it is definitely confirmed, and we already kind of knew that, but I just had to give y'all a warning for the ones that's here rocking out that scene is confirmed. It seems to be, and they go there times 10. We're hearing that with Terrifier 3, they're definitely going there. They're jumping that line, and we hear something about like a home invasion, and we hear that the first 10 minutes of Terrifier 3 is very, very controversial, and it's going to split fans down the middle, and some people might not like it. The moment I heard that, I immediately thought about, you know, the kid. And we already knew that this was coming, and they say that they set the bar high in the first 10 minutes and they're taking risk, and it can't get any crazier than this. Some people, it seemed in their reviews, they were like so unsettled, like, damn, they really went there. And I think that's the risk that Damien already put out in the universe that he was going to take. And it's something that's interesting just hearing about this invasion that's involving kids. You know what I'm saying? Not even kids. So they're definitely taking a turn that we don't know about. So they're saying that it's going to be a home invasion involving kids, and Art definitely does some crazy shit. And it definitely has me very just concerned and want to see what happens with this. And we hear, yes, they do touch on the questions and everything that we had from Terrifier 2, you know, with Art the Clown and some of the backstory. I heard that they don't touch on it as much. They just do it enough just to fulfill, you know, the watcher. So I'm kind of happy they're touching on that. And they're saying that they're kind of opening up, you know, our eyes a little bit more with everything with Art the Clown, you know, Victoria, the Pale Girl, and kind of just giving us an understanding without telling us everything. And overall, I think that's something that we definitely needed. I can't wait to just see what's about to happen with Terrifier 3 and how they incorporate these questions being answered and things like that. We also hear that, you know, with the dad, it gets a very interesting with Sienna and Jonathan's dad. So I can't wait to see what happens with everything with Terrifier 3 from what I'm hearing with everybody's early reaction. So comment down below what you guys think about everything we just talked about in Terrifier 3, and how do you feel about these early reactions, and do you have your tickets for Terrifier 3 and are you ready to see it, man? I know I am. I can't wait, but unfortunately this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on my social medias at ILIKESCARY. I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. Peace.